Our state of Utah is certainly no stranger to realistic art, not surprising given the beauty of all the landscapes from border to border. But one art gallery in Ogden caters to a different kind of art, more, shall we say, well, certainly non-traditional.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it, Keith. Well, one day the gallery's owner received a phone call from someone who had some art he wanted to put on display. And the story behind the art is one few have ever heard before.
There's a lot of art galleries in Ogden. The vast majority of them cater to really traditional art.
The surreal, the nightmarish, images born in the recesses of the human mind.
There's a lot of art in the state that isn't traditional.
Here at Pandemonium Art Gallery, illusions find a home.
Send a message to people that, hey, talk about this. Yeah. If this happens to you. Not uncommon.
Frank Arnall was drawn here after hearing of these illusions. He came on a quest to find a home for his wife's work.
We just clicked. It was a cold night, and she needed a coat. What better opening can a guy have?
Frank's wife, Augusta, passed away in December following a long battle with Parkinson's. He's still amazed she was able to create these images.
She had never been trained to draw, but out they came.
The story of how they came to be is difficult to comprehend, even for Frank.
Yeah.
For here in the home of the imaginary, these images are different because in many ways they're real.
We were walking down the street and she asked me if I saw the two people ahead of us that didn't have any heads.
Hallucinations.
She knew they were not real, but they were real to her.
Figures watching her, staring at her.
They don't tell people about it at first because they're afraid that people think you're crazy.
Doctors diagnosed Frank's wife with what's called Charles Bonnet syndrome, likely connected to her Parkinson's and other ailments like glaucoma. But Frank says her mind remained sharp.
They would appear right at this door.
Augusta often saw the figures amid the plants at her home, and many took on botanical traits. They never spoke, but she saw them everywhere.
I came in one day into the kitchen and she was drawing this washer dryer. And I said, what in the world are you doing? And she said, well, there's a little girl in the dryer and she's watching me.
Frank thinks these drawings may have helped her cope.
She says, I've just got to capture these and put them on paper.
Before she died, Augusta seemed to believe the art had served its purpose.
She said, just put them in the closet. There'll be a need someday. Maybe the kids will want them or something. And finally, I just couldn't leave them there any longer. And so I took them out.
These images may not have been real, but for Frank, bringing them here is a way of expressing how much he misses his wife.
A lot. Yeah, this keeps me together.
He pulled the art from the closet and found a home for it alongside the surreal.
They've been really well received.
If these drawings served their purpose for Augusta, they now serve a new purpose for Frank. A way to let those who suffer from similar visions know they're not alone.
It's been great therapy for me. I lost her over the holidays. I'm still working for her. She knows what I'm doing, and I'm proud of it.
Charles Bonnet syndrome isn't a mental illness. It often strikes when a person suffers from some sort of vision loss. The brain tries to compensate by filling in the blanks. Some research claims as many as 60% of those who begin losing their sight endure these hallucinations. But as Frank says, many people keep it to themselves. There's no cure, but Frank believes no one should have to go through it alone.
That's pretty fascinating. And the number